A crazy new game mode was just revealed. We just got a huge clue about the monster and how he could eat the map. Stuff about new skins that are unreleased. We've just got a ton of news for today's video. Alright guys, welcome back to today's video. And yes, in this one, we're going to be going through a bunch of things, bunch of update news, keeping you guys up to date on the stuff that is happening in Fortnite. And there is a ton of stuff to cover. So yeah guys, be sure to watch this video through to the end. And if you enjoy it, you know what? Hit that like button down below. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit that like button down below if you're hyped for a new update. Also guys, be sure to comment which skin is better. Rocks, the skin you get at the very beginning of the battle pass, or Vendetta, the one that you get at the end. Let's see which one wins out, so leave a comment down below. But without further ado guys, let's go ahead and jump into it with the first thing I want to cover, and this is actually about how the next update might be the last update of Season 9. Or I mean like last full update, which is really crazy because obviously we have like what, around 4 weeks left in Season 9, you know, 3 or 4, depends on when you're watching this video too. But yeah, obviously the update this week is v9.30, so we would have expected to get like a v9.40, but that might not be the case, which, you know, hasn't really ever happened before, meaning that there could be something huge happening. But let me explain to you why this is the case. So basically, if you go into the Save the World roadmap, which is basically, they have a full roadmap of when updates are planned and stuff like that, and what type of update they are. And in the past, I'm pretty sure these have been like fully in line with when Fortnite Battle Royale gets updates. So it's a good way to see like when updates and stuff are coming. But if you look into this updated post, you can see that currently v9.30, the update that's coming out this week, and by the way, that's probably going to be on Wednesday, or if you're watching this video and it's already out, you already know that it's out. But yeah, as you can see, it says v9.30 week of 6/18, so that's correct. However, what's odd is that if you scroll down, you will see that next week is a content update, nothing crazy there, but then it goes to content update 2 and then to content update 3. I don't think that has ever happened before. That means they're skipping over a big jump from like v9.30 to v9.40. So there has to be a reason for that, and I'm unsure what it is right now. Could have to do with the story. Maybe they're already adding a ton of stuff. I don't know. As of right now, it's very interesting, but I would expect something big for maybe the upcoming weeks, the final weeks of the season. But yeah, guys, keeping it going here, let's jump into some more interesting stuff. And this is about the new game mode. We also have so many other things to talk about, like unreleased skins in the sea monster, some new clues about that. But this right here is super interesting as well, because it is the new game mode that was just revealed at the Fortnite Creative Showdown at the summer block party. But it looks like a ton of fun, and if they revealed it at this event, it's likely that it could come into the game as a special limited time mode, which I really hope they do, because they've been doing a lot of fun like out there type modes. We had Downtown Drop recently, we then had after that, or like currently, Horde Rush, which has been a ton of fun. And as you guys know, if they bring those special modes in, they could have some challenges for your rewards, which we always like to talk about. But yeah, as for this game mode itself, you can see that it's pretty crazy, and apparently it is a King of the Hill type mode. So let's go over the details and the rules they gave to us. So basically guys, it is called, I think, Sky Station Showdown, and it was made by Team Evolve in creative. So it's like a creative type game mode, but it's not exactly, it doesn't have to be in creative. They can do an online mode with it like an LTM. But basically 8 teams of 4 players spawning on the outside of the city. They each have their little like base that they can spawn at. Now then, in the center of the map, there are 3 different capture points in the again, the center of the map. So basically you want to try and capture those points, King of the Hill type style, and get to there's a limit on the points, I believe. You basically want to get there before everybody else. Now with that being said, you can't just capture it, you know, by being in it. You actually have to get your VIP to be in the center, because they are the only one that can capture those points. And basically when they're in there, I think they have to be uncontested as well. They basically score 3 points a second. Now what's the VIP? What's special about them? Well, basically every team, again teams of 4, has 1 VIP, and I think the VIP is determined by who picks up the Infinity Blade in their base. Not 100% sure about that, but yeah, they carry the Infinity Blade, so basically they can't fire their weapons, but they have to be the one in the circle, uncontested, to start capturing it and gaining points. So basically your team has to defend your VIP in the circle in order to try to win. Now after that, there's one other interesting thing about this. There is a 4th capture circle that can show up in the middle of the map, and this one scores 4 times the points, so 12 points a second. But again, obviously it's going to be a lot more contested, so it's a bit of a risk, but definitely pretty interesting, because again, if you're able to get into that circle alone, you're going to get 12 points a second. So it definitely seems like a very fun game mode. The people that were playing it at the summer block party seem to be having a ton of fun, so I'm excited to see more about that. But keeping it going here, here, let's talk about like some unreleased skins and stuff that were actually revealed by Dr. Lupo, or even if you've seen these before, we get a little bit of a better look about them. And like the first skin that I think is super interesting is, I believe, the Breakpoint skin. Now this skin right here is actually a variant of the Waypoint skin, and it's very, very interesting. And I'm not 100% sure if it's like an item shop type skin, because it's very unique. Again, it's a reskin of Waypoint, and that doesn't happen a ton. It usually happens with like bundles and stuff, but you never know. It doesn't have other things in the set, so it's probably not a bundle type skin. It probably is an item shop skin, but as you saw with like Dr. Lupo showing it off, the Creative Showdown event, it's a very interesting one. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. And also it comes with this back bling, which is called the Signal Jammer, which is likely reactive, judging by how Waypoint's back bling was reactive as well. And I think it reacted to how much damage you have done in game, so it's possible that this one reacts similar, but I would assume that it would have to be reactive, but we'll have to wait and see to get more information about that. On top of that, he also showed off different skins, like you have Airhead, which I'm sure you've seen a little bit before, but that's just a crazy looking skin. That was at the consoles or computers at the Block Party event, but that skin's pretty out there as well. I don't know if it has a back bling. What back bling would it have? I don't know yet, but on top of that, you also had the Asmodeus. He showed off that one too, and also Callisto, which are some pretty unique skins, but they're not like super crazy. And yeah, so definitely, you know, Dr. Lupo was showcasing some crazy stuff. Always fun to see skins like that come into the game, and personally, I'm really excited to see the Breakpoint. I do want to see how that looks, or like how it's going to be included in the game. Yeah. Keeping it going here though, let's talk about that stuff that has to do with the sea monster. So let's just basically jump right into it with this clue, because it is from Donald Mustard. As you guys know, we've talked about him a ton. He's always the best at giving us clues for the season, and he is, again, the worldwide creative director at Epic Games, so, you know, it makes sense. His stuff has always been trustworthy when he puts out a clue, so let's take a look at what he says. Basically, he updates his location on his Twitter to reflect stuff happening with the story or happening in game. Now, basically, before it said, I think ... circling. Now, I don't have a picture of this because it just recently got updated to something even more interesting, but ... circling, what could that have to do with? Obviously, it's most likely to do with the sea monster, which has been seen recently moving around the map, meaning that he could be circling around the map, and that is what he is referring to in this location update. Now, on top of that, guys, this is where it gets even more crazy. He just recently updated his location again to ... hungry. That is right, guys, meaning that the sea monster is likely hungry for something. He could be hungry for part of the map. We could see him eat part of the map. He's definitely a pretty big size, considering he's carrying an entire castle through the water, so it's possible maybe he comes onto the map and starts eating some of the buildings. We recently saw that he destroyed that building in Snobby Shores, and it could mean that he indeed ate the building in Snobby Shores, and actually that would make a lot of sense. Maybe we'll have to talk about all that stuff in a separate theory video, but it could mean that a bunch of other stuff could get destroyed, according to what Donald Mustard has said here on his Twitter. Now, also, it was a rumor that maybe it was in reference to the new fork knife pickaxe, but I don't think that's the case, because I think it's in the same format as the first one, which was, I think, ... circling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that they were pretty similar. Keeping it going here though, guys, this is pretty interesting as well. Prop Hunt is another game mode that could likely be coming soon, considering that they had it playable at the Creative Block Party type event, and basically, again, Dr. Lupo showed off a bunch of it. So if you don't know what Prop Hunt is, I'll only talk about this a little bit, but it's super interesting. It's basically a game mode where one team hides as props, you know, like a bush, maybe a cup. They hide as a prop or something and try to last the entire round without getting found by the other team, which is the hunters, and they go around, you know, trying to figure out where the props are, the players that are hiding, and they try to eliminate them. And also the props can run around. It's a ton of fun. It's been around in other video games for a while, so it's exciting to see it come into Fortnite. Now, with that being said, I think you also have like that prop-o-matic weapon, which is basically how you turn into the props. But if Dr. Lupo is showcasing this, like, for example, it's being showcased at this event, it means that it's very likely going to be coming into the game soon, which I'm really excited for. It's definitely going to be awesome to have in Fortnite, so expect to see an update about that sometime in the near future. And actually, going back to how there was a bunch of content updates coming out soon, this could be the reason why. They could be adding it in the one of the upcoming content updates. Oh, and then also there was this details page, which basically it said play 2 rounds, switching between roles between rounds. The team with the most points wins. Pretty straightforward. It also says the prop team must disguise themselves with the prop-o-matic to avoid detection. Collect coins to score 1 point. Props make a sound every 15 seconds. This is going to be a lot lot of fun. And then also the hunter team must use their wits and their weapons to find and eliminate the pesky props. Eliminations are worth 2 points. So there you go. Those are the details on that. And then for the final thing I wanted to talk about that has to do with skins. This is a pretty funny little mistake that Fortnite had made. When they posted the news page, I think yesterday, last night, they had said 2 steps ahead, the new Synapse set is available now. The new Slurp wrap is also available. That was a mistake because the Slurp wrap is not out yet. That is actually one that is apparently going to be coming soon according to this mistake, because they later updated the image to remove that part about the Slurp wrap. But basically, if you don't know what the Slurp wrap is, fnbr.co had put up a couple images about it. It's basically, you know, a wrap that looks like the Slurp, and it actually looks pretty cool. I like the look of it, especially when you take a look at like the featured image of it. I'm not sure if it's animated. I mean, it looks like it is, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Either way though, that was a pretty funny little update thing. So yeah guys, but that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more fun videos coming out in the near future about new things in Fortnite. Also, you can check out some of my previous videos. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.